So let's have a look at some Kung Fu drills from Wing Chun. I always enjoyed the Wing Chun in my earlier part of my life. And now that I'm getting closer to retiring, I realized I've got over 1,000 drills in Wing Chun that I can document and share with people. So I'm going to start putting some of these training methods together and putting them on some on YouTube, some on the Vimeo channel. I'll put together a full course over the next year or two and get that all out there so I can just say goodbye to it and let it go. So I think some of this information is very valuable, and people who train in Wing Chun and who are looking for an internal model, this will answer a lot of questions that they have. Okay, so one of the training processes I found for Wing Chun is first you need singular movements to identify the mechanics. So let's say I go in Gansa, you slice across the inside line. You might be spearing up to the throat or the eyes as you shear across the line. And so this shearing line here is movement 1. Now, as you shear, there may be another force coming up underneath your elbow, and you'll cut down to receive that force. So it'll be 1, 2. So we cut 1 and then we cut 2. So you put 1 and then 2, and you put it into the same movement. You put it into a spiral. You achieve the goal there, and then you go into there. Once you've got that movement going 1, 2, you go 1, 2, 3. So we have 1, we have 2, and then we have 3. And then you want to do 1, 2, and 3 as a singular movement. That the whole movement is expressed as 1. So it's doing this, it's doing that, and then it's doing the strike on the end. But you chain it together in a spiral so that it's a singular movement. So 1, 2, 3 as 1. Then you take every drill that you've got within your Wing Chun framework, 1, 2, 3 as 1. And what this does is it gives you a setup in your body that you can start chaining these single movements, which is actually 3 movements, together into combinations. And this gives you hands which run at a blur speed. And we train the structure of every one of those single movements that generate 3 into 1 to break structure, control, and not let your partner's feet stay on the ground when you touch them. So you uproot and disconnect all their joints all the way down while you strike them. So we want to put this together in this training sequence of 3 as 1 and make every combination you do explosively fast, have connected mass into it, and we're going to really break down what's the physics of how do I get my mass to connect at very high speed. And you need to separate the speed training, you need to separate the mass training, you need to separate the power training, and you need to separate the flow rhythm training, and then bring them together in the center of gravity of all that to generate power. And this psychology is very important, because someone who trains a lot of speed isn't going to have power. Someone who trains a lot of power may not have speed. And we want to create a balance of your flow, of your changeability, of your speed and timing, of your connection and your mass to get that connectivity, to get that earth, that bang on it. Then how does it all come together to form power? And how does it function under duress? When a person's attacking you, can you use it? How do you exert it? So to use it, you need to be able to focus the reptilian brain, concentrate, bring the reptilian brain from hot to cold. So how do we do this? We've got to burn the karma. We've got to make you very violent, very concentrated, very aggressive, until the violence and the aggression all disappears, and there's this cold steel left over. The mind is sharp, it's like a blade, but it's not emotional, it's not tense, it's just pure efficiency. So we've got to burn this karma. And we're going to look at how to bring that reptilian brain up to the surface and to make it harmony, balanced, mindful, and highly efficient. So we're going to put all these ideas together. I'll start bringing some of these videos onto YouTube, and the rest I'll put them in a course structure. And there is over 1,000 drills in it, so it's a pretty substantial amount of information. Okay, anyway, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.